Hello subscribers. I've had a lot of requests to make more videos, so today I decided I'm going to unbox my I left my job box. This box is, it once housed LEDs, red ones, side bend, that we use for fake neon. And it's a sturdy box, and it's wrapped in a plastic wrap that comes on a 6-inch roll with a handle so you can wrap it up. I thought this was the most economic way to package the contents of this box. So here we go. I'm opening this with a Cobalt razor blade that I used during my entire tenure at the sign shop that I worked at. Blade's a little dull. Should have stole one from the shop before I left. It's okay. I'll buy a pack before I start the new gig. Besides dull too. Yeah, I really should have got one. This one's worse. Okay. Anyways, we've cut the wrap. Came off pretty easy. I've seen worse. Today I'm drinking Cold as Fuck Pilsner, AF Pilsner from Brewdog. It's non-alcoholic. It's fine that it's 11 a.m. because it's non-alcoholic. That's good. Anyways, here we've got a 3M respirator with the pods and my identifying mark here so we didn't get them mixed up. This has been great. I worked around a lot of aluminum dust, paint particles, people using sanders on all sorts of fiberglass. Definitely will get into your lungs. These things will protect you. I've put a lot of years of my life by using this. Good stuff here. Let's see, let's keep moving here. So we've got several pair of work gloves. I saved them when they stopped being useful. This was my latest pair. There's no holes in them, so I think I'll keep using them, maybe for garden work. These gloves are my leather work gloves. I'll use these when I have working with the angle grinder. They've saved my fingers more than once. There was an incident when I first started using the angle grinder that I almost cut my finger off, but these gloves, they saved me. There's a nice little cut, goes straight through there. Yeah, that could have been my finger. Another pair of gloves. I'm not going to talk about these. It's the same thing as usual. Put those aside now. Safety glasses. The identifying mark. They've got the side shield that's OSHA certified. In the future, I'm going to get a pair of glasses called Stoggles, and they're prescription, so I can just replace my glasses. They are OSHA certified, but these have served me to put over my glasses in the meantime. A couple sockets for a wrench. That's probably going to be 1/4 inch, 5/16, and 3/8. That will take care of a number 8 and number 10 screw. I never use the 3/8. Here I have more sockets rated for a 1/2 inch driver. I never use these either, but they were a gift from Jordan when he left the job. So here we go, a Milwaukee tape measure. You can't see Milwaukee because I've got my identifying mark on it, but this is great. It's got a good reach. If you see the foot there, it's got 360 grip. And it's actually magnetic, so it will hold on to metal. It'll follow me to my next job. I like the finger grip, you know, like that, you know, no problem. A lot of times there's a lock right there, and I don't like that because when you're holding it, it gets stuck. With this, you really can't get stuck. It really gets the job done. Milwaukee. This was in a 2-pack. I don't like to get 2 packs of things. It was a good deal, and my work paid for it. But if you see the clip here, it's pretty chintzy, and it's not going to stay on my pants very well. Luckily, I did buy a side holster for my electrician job that's coming up, and this should stay on just fine. But if you're running around a shop, this thing sucks as far as security. All right, I've got several pliers. This one is one that you can pull nails out with. Grip the nail head and it'll roll right off. I'm not sure what they're called, but we end up using them for cutting zip ties and type laces. I didn't use them too much. These are all from Jordan when he left his the job. I've got several slip joint pliers. These ones I've used a lot. I really like these Craftsman. These are Harbor Freight diagonal cutters. They've gone dull pretty quick. But I was cutting steel cable, so no big deal. I'm not sure what these are called, but they do have a slip joint as well. Got a couple pair of those of different sizes. And another one. I don't really use these that much. I don't even know what they're for, to be honest with you. I had these in my drawer. Could have left them there, but I figured, well, they're in my chest, so I'm taking them. And it's zip ties. It's okay. I've collected these over the span of my employment there. So I don't feel too bad taking them. Some gloves too that were sequestered over time. No harm, no foul. This is my my Klein Tools 16 foot. This is what stays in my pocket because you notice that clip is pretty wide. It does have a break on the bottom. I don't like that, but it gets the job done. I do like that it's got both sides. I can't get a tape measure without that these days. It's not even worth having. I've got more pliers. I've got Lineman's pliers. These have been pretty helpful. They're Wizard brand. I wouldn't carry these to my next job if you notice the grip's gone. The blade's dull. These are fuel filters. Nothing to do with the job, but they were a gift too. So I've had them in my chest. You gotta have the Orbit. You gotta have any type of spearmint gun because you're working in a mask a lot of times. Not just that respirator, but you'll wear N95s more often because it's a lot easier to pull on and off. And with particulate dust, it's not a big deal to use those. Whereas the respirator, a lot of times are more for fumes of adhesives that I'll use in an enclosed space. It will burn the nostrils if you don't use that. Pittsburgh, another Harbor Freight. It's a magnetic dish, holds screws, slap it on the side of my chest. Worked great. Gotta have a notepad wherever you go. I don't care if you're going to the grocery store, if you're going to the thrift store, if you're in the shop. Don't take it in the shower, but anywhere else. It's the move. Yes. Yes, the step bit. Excellent. If you don't know what one of these are, you put it in a driver. Some people like to put it in a drill. And each one of these little grooves is a step. And as the deeper you go, the more gradual of a larger hole you're gonna get. And these are good because if you're just doing a straight drill bit, it's in certain material, it's gonna take a lot longer. And they don't make drill bits so readily available, I guess, that fit in like an 18 volt or a 12 volt driver that's bigger than a ½ inch. I think this goes up to 7/8, and I use this to put conduit into aluminum backers. So I like these slip joint pliers a lot. These I used to bend channel to fit shape right, because sometimes you're using those channel breakers and they're only so precise and things don't always match up. This is the identifying tape 3M. It stays on pretty well. If it comes off, it leaves a sticky residue, and that sucks, but you can always put more on. This is my trusty Sharpie with the identifying mark. You'll notice that there is no print on this. This stayed with me the entire time I was at that job. 8 months or something so close to that. It's rare to have a Sharpie that long in a shop. It's a little cooked, you know, but dude, it still marks. And I'm gonna retire it though and just keep that in a glass case. What people sleep on, well, everybody's got their preference of marking devices. And a lot of people really just use pens, but if you're gonna be marking wood or metal or anything to cut, mechanical pencils are the move. I use a 0.0 or 0.9 sized HB hardness lead or graphite, whatever you put in these. Excellent, and they never run out because there's a shit ton of lead in these things, and you can buy them by the 20 pack. I have other sorted pins in here. A Pilot G2 I almost never used. Another Sharpie that you can see is kind of through the ringer. This one got passed around a lot. No big deal. A Scribe. This thing is it's magnetic on the end, so you can't like hang it on something. But these things are sharp, and you can write on metal with them without like ink, I guess you could say. I'll write on my tools. You scratch right on there, just etch right in there. Let's see if you can see that. There's a little X there now, right there. Real nice little tool to have. I never use them at work, but I use them to vandalize people's property, mirrors and stuff. It's excellent for that. Another set of pliers with needle nose side cutters. I got these at Lowe's. They're Project Source. These are like $5. And honestly, I don't cut with them because I have other devices for that. But as far as needle nose, good to go. Yeah, you got to have a lighter. I've used it to like unclog tips of acrylic bonding material. You just light it on fire and it kind of shoots all that the fluid out. More pens, writing on UL labels and stuff with these. It's certain kind of permanent fast drying ink. These Stabilo 8008 pencils are awesome. They write on metal and you can see the mark. A lot of times with like mechanical pencils, you make a mark and you have to kind of like look at it, turn it to see where your mark is. These things are great. They'll write on anything. Now, last but not least, but also very highly used, a gift from Mike before he left the shop, a set of files. I've got triangle ones, I've got flat ones, and I've got a round one in the back here. And these have been great for shaping materials. Like I was using those small slip joint pliers for, you bend things. Well, sometimes you have to file something in a little bit to make a groove deeper so that those channels can fit in a little tighter. You can get burrs off of things with them. You can knock down a imperfection in like a fiberglass CNC cutout. They're very useful to have. And that's it in this box. I think I'm gonna put everything back in here and then not deal with it for several months. Have it sit in the middle of my living room because I don't need a lot of this stuff. I already have some of this stuff and it's newer, but this was just stuff that sat in the shop that I didn't have to deal with, worry about someone stealing or breaking. So yeah, I might end up donating a lot of these. I really like these Craftsman slip joint pliers. I almost wish I didn't buy more for my apprenticeship. I didn't think to use these for some reason, and I can't return the channel lock. But these are good, and the ones I bought, the channel lock ones, are really good too. And I'll make another video of what's in my electrician's tool bag here one of these days, soon enough. Yeah, Matt at Boxes signing off.